Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. So today I am going to be doing my June TBR and also the TBR for the TBR Takedown something or another that Leading Lights is hosting, and that is going on from June 1st to June 7th, so it starts tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited about this. I really need a readathon to get me back in the groove of reading because, you know, the last month or so I've been really busy with work and then moving, and now that we've moved to St. Pete, I don't have a job because we moved 2 hours away, and but that's okay. You know, I'm taking a little bit of break from working for now and stuff. So I really need this time where I'm not working and I really don't have much to do to get back into the groove of reading. At the beginning of the year, I was ahead on my Goodreads challenge by like 20 books, and now I'm ahead on my Goodreads challenge by only 3 books. And that's good that I'm like still ahead of the game or whatever, but I really want to get back to where I'm like way ahead of where I was, like I was in the beginning of the year. So anyway, let's just get started. First, I'm going to do my TBR Takedown TBR. And if you guys are interested in that, if you haven't heard about it yet, I will link the video where Leading Lights kind of talks about it initially down below. So the first challenge for the TBR Takedown is a book that's been on your TBR shelf for over a year. The only book that I'm really interested in reading that's been on my TBR for over a year is Eldest by Christopher Paolini. I read Aragon years and years and years and years and years ago, forever ago, and I've had Eldest on my shelf for far too long. It needs to get read so I can move on to the rest of the series. And I know this book looks gigantic, but of course it's 2 books in one, so it's only going to be like half of this. So I guess Eldest starts right here, which is, oh, I'm bending my page, which is about that far into the book, so a little more than half of the book, and I don't know if I'm going to get through this whole thing for the TBR Takedown, but I'm really hoping I do. I just really want to get done with this series because I really enjoyed it. I don't know why I haven't picked it back up. The next challenge for the TBR Takedown is an unread sequel on your bookshelf, and out of my whole bookshelf, I do not have a sequel unread that I haven't read the first book in. So like I have tons of series on my bookshelf that I haven't read yet, but I don't have an unread sequel. The thing that came closest to it was The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan, and this is a first book in the series, but it's sort of kind of a continuation on the not the Heroes of Olympus, the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. So I'm just going to count it because it's the only thing that I have that qualifies for that challenge. The next challenge is a first book in a series that is on your TBR shelf. So I picked Graceling by Kristen Kishore. I have Graceling, I have Fire, I'm gonna buy Bitter Blue soon, and I feel like before I finish buying the series, I should actually read it, so I'm gonna go with this one. The next challenge is to read a book that is out of your comfort zone, and I picked up The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. I actually won this in a giveaway from Jennifer E. Smith. I won a copy of all of her paperback books that she's had out so far, so I was really excited about that, but contemporary is definitely out of my comfort zone. I do not read a lot of contemporary, and it's just not something that I feel like I would enjoy, but I do have to give contemporary credit. Every contemporary that I have read, like the 3 or 4, I did like. So I guess it's not too bad, but contemporary really intimidates me for some reason, so I don't know. But yeah, I picked this one, and I also picked it because it's short and it's a good readathon book to read in one day. And last but not least is a book from your most recent book haul. So I picked up The Paladin Prophecy by Mark Frost. This is one of the books in my most recent book haul that you can watch. It's from like a week or 2 ago. And I had actually started reading this already. I'm about that much through it. And then I put it down because I got distracted with moving and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited to actually get back into this because from what I've read, it was a really, really good book. So now on to the books that I want to read for the rest of the month. The first one that I want to talk about is our book for the Read-A-Rama. And if you don't know Read-A-Rama, it is a read-along group that me and Chloe over at the Brilliant Bibliophile, we read a book every single month with you guys. And then at the end of the month, we do a live show and we discuss it. This month, because it's summer, we decided to pick a contemporary. So we decided to pick The Fill-In Boyfriend by Casey West, I believe, and that actually just came out last month, and it looks really, really cute. So if you guys are interested in reading that with us, go ahead and pick up a copy, read it at some point this month, and then the live show is probably going to be the last Saturday in June or sometime around there. So stay tuned for more information on that. This month, I'm going to try to get through the first two books in the House of Night series by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. I just recently, last night, found out that they are going to be at a book signing in Tampa near where I live. So I'm really excited to finally read this series, and if I enjoy it, I'll probably go and get this book signed by them. I've had almost the entire House of Night series on my shelf for forever, and I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. So I'm going to try to do that before they come into town on the 11th. One of the challenges that I picked this year was to try and read a classic every single month, and the last 2 months I haven't been able to get to it because I've just been super busy, as I've said so many times. But this month I'm going to try to get back on the wagon with that, and I'm picked up The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I really want to see the movie, so that's a good excuse to read the book. Plus, it's really small, and I think I can get to it pretty quickly. And of course, everyone raves about this book. It's supposed to be really, really good. Now I'm going to go through the books that I have from the library really quick that I'm going to try to get through this month. The first two books are Mouse 1 and Mouse 2. If you guys don't know anything about this, it is a historical graphic novel about World War II and the Jews and the Germans and stuff like that. And this actually looks really good. It's a highly acclaimed graphic novel book, and I really hope that I enjoy it. I am currently reading from the library Perfect by Ellen Hopkins. I love everything that she's ever written, and I'm about 30 pages in, and I'm enjoying it, of course. I just can't even say enough good things about Ellen Hopkins. She is an amazing author, and I love this cover so, so, so much. This is about a couple different teens who have body image problems. And I'm not really into it much, so I can't say much about it, but I just know that the three teenagers that it's from their perspective so far, they all have body image issues in different forms. But it's really, really good. And if you guys have never picked up an Ellen Hopkins, I highly recommend her books. It looks gigantic, but she writes in verse, so they're actually pretty fast to get through. I usually finish her books in a day, max 2, if I'm not reading that much. So I highly recommend you guys pick up an Ellen Hopkins because her books are just always phenomenal. The next book that I checked out from the library was Exquisite Captive by Heather Demetrios. This book has been in BookTube for so long, and everyone loves it from what I hear. And I started reading this for the Read-A-Rama when we had our last go-around a couple of months ago, and I really enjoyed what I got through, but I wasn't able to finish it, and then I had to return it back to the library, so I decided to check it out again, and I really hope that I can get to it this month. Last but not least, I also picked up Boxers and Saints, which is a companion graphic novel series or something like that, I think. You can like put them, I don't know if I'm even because I can't see, but you can like put the two together and it makes a face. And this is actually supposed to be a really good graphic novel series. I'm not completely sure what it's about. I don't even know which one goes first. I'm going to assume Boxers goes first and then Saints, but I don't know. And hopefully I can get through this too. I'm also picking a lot of graphic novels so I can try to pad my TBR and try to get a lot of books read so I can complete that Goodreads challenge. I don't know if that's cheating or not, but you know, hey, it's my Goodreads challenge and not yours, so. So that was all the books that I wanted to read this month. Hopefully I can get to all of them. And for anyone who's participating in the TBR Takedown, good luck to you. Read your little hearts out. I'm super excited. Thank you so much to Leading Lights, who is running this readathon. I'm super excited to use this to get back into the groove of reading. And I hope everyone just reads a bunch and does all the challenges and has a fun time reading, because that's what we're here for, to just have fun and read. So I guess I will see you guys next time. Bye!